Alright, so you want to install your hammer lock. When you're installing the hammer lock, I decided to actually slightly put a little hook in the base of my spring. I was having problems with it catching and bending the spring, and this little hook solved that, so you might want to consider that. It's pretty simple to install from the first point. You obviously insert the spring. The long side of the spring will be on the same side with the arm, but you're going to have to shim it to the left side of your receiver. So the best way that I found to do that is to, it's hard to have my camera in the right spot with my short bipod, but what I usually do is I start off with sticking my pin slightly into my receiver and then just dropping the two shims straight on. Then I just drop in my hammer lock, get it placed up, just kind of wiggle it around until it goes through. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes, but it shouldn't really give you too many problems. Just kind of poke it through a little bit. Mine seems like to get a little bit stuck when it's not quite all the way on there. Catches on the spring a little bit. So just got to tap it in there. So the tricky part is holding the spring back while you push the arm past the hole for the selector switch. I like to have my hammer up when I first start. It's as simple as catching the spring with kind of pinching it like this with an Allen key, or I find little tiny screwdrivers work pretty well. And you, with one hand, keep the Allen wrench pressed against the receiver to maintain the clip. And I like to just set my receiver so it's just kind of hanging in the hole a little bit. Try to display it better. And then you turn the hammer lock and just barely insert the selector switch. The selector switch will not go in any further until the hammer is locked. When the hammer is locked, you kind of push the hammer forward, or the hammer lock forward, and it'll go forward a little bit. And then you will have to install the pin. For me, I like to use a pair of needle nose pliers. It really makes it easier to install it. There's a little indentation in there where you will install the pin. You will depress the pin and it will push your selector switch out of sync with the hole, as you can see. So you take a Allen wrench or whatever long narrow rod and you push the selector into the right orientation so that it can go through. It can be kind of tricky. Once it looks like it's about to go through, you push the hammer lock forward a little bit, this direction, and your selector switch will slide in and it'll be ready to go. Since you're first building your gun, expect to have problems where it will go on safe and then it will feel like it is stuck. And that's just because the pin that we just inserted with the pliers is fresh and it just needs to get worn down a bit. Don't use too much force or it can break the selector switch. I've heard it happen a couple times. But you should be pretty good to go. It's very handy if you have a third person to help you with the selector switch. I hope this video works. I hope you can see everything. Good luck.